Hello and welcome to the Talk Film Society podcast. I am your co-host of this Awards Season 2024 series, Marcelo Pico. That's me. And as always...
And I am your other co-host of this for your Awards 24 Season Series. It is Siobhan Irving.
Hello, Siobhan.
Hello, Marcelo. Right quick, before we start anything, I'd like to apologize to our listeners who happened to hear last episode, where I got completely hammered by the end of it and stumbled over all my words and started hiccuping and stuff. It was bad. But look, I'm correcting my ways. This time, all I'm drinking is a nice cup of grapefruit juice.
Okay. All right.
With a little tequila in it.
Thank you for that apology, Siobhan. I've yet to release that episode as of this recording. But yeah, because of the
There's
magic
nothing
of
you can do though. I know.
No, listen. The magic of editing took out a lot of that. Not everything, but for those who want to find out for themselves, they can go back and listen to that episode and make up their own minds on whether we should have just re-recorded that second half or if it was fine.
Okay, well, so there's that. Apologize again.
There you go.
I'm Siobhan. I like movies. I like the Oscars. It's the Talk Film Society Awards that we're here for. Marcelo, explain that.
Yeah, the Talk Film Society Awards is it's the 12th annual ceremony. 12th annual. So 12 years ago, I was like, hey, I'll make my own award show. I'll poll people on Twitter. And we all came up with, here's the best film, here's the best director, here's the best actor, etc., etc. Yeah, Her was our first best film back in 2013, and now cut to 2025. Oh, it's the future. Oh, I think we're now living in the time of Her, right? Is that right? I have to look this up.
With all the freaking AI on the rise. I mean,
all that AI. Look, so this year, you can still vote, those listening. People on Twitter can vote, or X, or Blue Sky, or Instagram. Threads can vote. I'll go back to Facebook, open up my Facebook account, post it on there. Where else? MySpace. MySpace is back.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Tumblr,
of course. Substack. That's a real one. There's a Substack for
yeah, it is.
But look, okay. However you do it, however you find the link, go to it. Vote now for the best of 2024. If you're listening to this before the 28th, you can still vote. I haven't talked to Siobhan about this, but we'll need to record the winners episode for the Talk Film Society Awards sometime next week before the 28th or on the 28th. We'll figure it out. But look, if you listen to this...
28th, before voting closes? Well, we all know it's rigged anyway. This is Marcelo's thing that he shadily set up 12 years ago.
I can open up the old ballots and show them to anybody who wants to. Right? We can go back, look at the votes. It's all been legit, except last year. Last year was kind of a mess. I think I forget why. I think it's last year I tried to do something different with the voting count, and it did not turn out the way I wanted. Because I think on last year's ceremonies, on that show, on that episode, I think we just decided the winner of a category on air or something.
There were two different categories that came to a tie.
Yeah.
And instead of one of them, we had our Discord decide. One of them, both of us just decided.
Yeah. Now that's not going to happen this year because I've gone back to the way I counted the ballots for 10 years. So it's that I have right now. I'm not going to share the results, but I've created a Google Sheet spreadsheet, and I used formulas And now it used to be all manual. I would manually count every vote, and now that seems dumb because now I know more about Excel sheets and spreadsheets. So I have in my hand the results of the voting so far. I am not going to say who's won what, but I'll just say right now, Siobhan, as of February 19th, it's all pretty close. Like it's
anybody's game.
It's anybody's game. Well, I mean, a few categories. I mean, they're clear.
It's a few people's games.
Yeah, there are clear front runners, but in some categories, very tight race. So yeah. So my point is, go to talkfilmsociety.com/vote. If it's before the 28th, there's a good chance the polls are still open because I'm not sure when we're going to record next week. But as long as the ballot's still there, as long as you can vote, you can vote. If you click that link and it's closed, oh well, just wait till next year. That's
Sorry,
all.
pal.
All right. So that's next week. That's next episode, the Talk from Society Awards.
Exciting. Yeah,
exciting stuff.
Presenting some awards. Yes.
Yeah. And that's everything I want to say up top. That's who we are. And now we open up the news, right?
Sure. Yeah. What is in the news this week?
I honestly
BAFTAs.
The BAFTAs just Siobhan, thank you.
The BAFTAs.
I've had a busy weekend.
The British, they were over there, having fun, jacking around.
I was out of town for the entire weekend, so I as I was getting dressed for a wedding on Sunday, I was looking at my phone. It was like 4 p.m. I go, the BAFTAs are happening, and I go, oh, should I wait until later to find out who won? Like, should I save myself like the nice juicy news later? No, of course I was updating as the BAFTAs were happening. I was keeping track of who was winning what. As I pull up the list, Siobhan, have you looked up the winners of the BAFTAs?
No, I've just seen what I've seen. I believe I know the Best Picture winner. I believe I know that Conclave got a couple awards. I know that's all I know.
Let's start with the acting categories. Hey, you know what? Karen Culkin wins another one. Zoe Saldana wins another one. Adrian Brody wins another one. But hey, this was a little bit of a surprise.
Hey.
Best Actress in the Leading Role, Mikey Madison for Nora.
And takes home the gold.
What do you think, Siobhan? Is Demi Moore's Oscar in jeopardy?
God, it is, it's a surprise. I'm glad that she did win a major one, if indeed this is like the biggest one she wins, I loved Mikey in the movie. So I'm still pulling for Demi over there, but it is a little bit of a wrench. You can't say it's not. And I know the BAFTAs and the Oscar voting voting bodies do overlap quite a bit.
Yeah. I think I said this last episode, and our guest last week said it was a fucking idiot, but somebody pointed out a good observation. They said, when you have a Best Picture winner with a powerful lead female performance, they usually win the Oscar for Best Actress if they're nominated. And I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to rule out a Mikey Madison Best Actress win if Honora, if we're not going to find out if Honora wins Best Picture first. But if Honora herself, Mikey Madison, wins Best Actress, then assuredly, later that night, Honora will win Best Film. So we'll see. Screenplay, hey, Jesse Eisenberg, A Real Pain for original.
Hey, and that one was my pick on the episode. Was with a long time ago, like when the announcements were made.
Yeah.
I said A Real Pain, even though so look, I feel vindicated by that one.
Yeah.
I was actually very happy to see that, and I'm sticking to Real Pain. I'm just going to tell you right now, when I do my nomination, my official card.
Yeah.
I'm writing in a real pain for a
Okay.
screenplay.
Okay.
Conclave got the other one.
Yeah, and Conclave won Best Adapted. It seems like Conclave is going to win Best Adapted at the Oscars, but original. I mean, I could see a real pain winning. I could see Sean Baker winning for Nora.
Yeah.
The Substance, maybe. No, the Substance not. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so far the Brits, it seems like they're hitting the right notes. But we got to talk about Best Film, right? Conclave. That winning the award.
Shit, really?
Yeah, it won Best Film.
I thought Nora won.
No, Best Film went to
wow.
Conclave. Sorry. Reveal. Best Film went to Conclave. I should have done that. Here, let's take that again. All right. Now look, Siobhan. So far, the Brits, are hitting the usual notes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they give us a swerve. They go, "Oh, Mikey Madison," but when we talk about Best Film, all right, what do you think? Like what film do you think the Brits are going to pick for Best Film? I mean, look, you got Emilia Perez, you got A Complete Unknown, you got The Brutalist, you got Nora, you got Conclave, right? Which one of those are the Brits going to be like, huh?
Well, I mean, based on your theory of a strong female lead means that it's going to win Best Picture, I just have to assume it's a Nora.
Okay, and that's a good assumption. Mm-hmm. But what if I told you that the British Academy Film Awards, these English tea-sipping sons of bitches, what if I told you they go, Conclave.
What?
Yeah, Conclave won Best Film at the BAFTAs.
The Pope movie?
The Pope, yes.
That's 2 for 2 for Edward Berger.
Yeah. He won the BAFTA for All Quiet on the Western Front, the best film.
Sure
BAFTA.
did.
Yep. Now look, I should also say. Oh wait, no. I'm looking it up now. Oh no, sorry, you're right. Best film, yes, All Quiet, and then underneath it said Best British Film, The Banshees of Inisherin, which I thought for a second was the best film. Conclave also won Best British Film. So the Brits love Conclave. That it won British and Best Film. Siobhan, your take? I mean, right now we have kind of 3 frontrunners, I'd say, in The Brutalist, Nora, Conclave. Thoughts?
I would say I feel like it might be a little more open than that even, but that's beside the point. I think I don't know. I think it's fine. Like I believe on our episode with Elise Poston, I said that like Conclave is kind of like the type of old white man movie that I'm okay if it wins because like I like the movie and it's kind of enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It's well made. There's a lot of merits to it, I think. And I don't know. I would not be upset with Conclave Best Picture win at the real award show.
Forget the BAFTAs.
So like, that's all I can say. Like,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. It's better than All Quiet on the Western Front. So
yeah.
Hey,
I'm in agreement. I said this last episode. If Conclave ends up winning, I'm fine. Nora, especially, yeah. The Brutalist, of course, and I forget the others. The only one I'd be upset by really is the one that has a long shot now.
Probably not going to happen anymore.
Yeah. Emilia Perez.
It would though.
No.
It sure probably would have. If they voted a month ago.
I think the most confusing for me would be A Complete Unknown. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, see that one's a spoiler for me. I do think it has a good chance. Because I do.
Yeah. I can see it happening. I could see because you haven't seen it yet, or have you? We'll talk about that later. Of what you have or have not seen, because you like to keep things close to the vest. I
try.
You lied to me last episode, like when we were talking about a certain movie in the intro, and then when we went to what we watched, you revealed you had seen that movie.
Okay. I have seen A Complete Unknown.
Oh, you have seen A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. That's. I'm okay. Now I have to wait for the next segment for your thoughts on The Complete Unknown, right?
Yeah, you'll get them there.
Okay,
because
fine.
I have seen it.
Now look, we both have seen The Complete Unknown. Now I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel that it's a solid movie in some parts, but is very much catered to the older generation. And hey, it's not as bad as the but I'm not gonna say it's a 1-to-1 to Green Book, but it's definitely better than Green Book.
Wait, what the fuck?
No. Wait, let me pull it back. No, that's a bad comparison. I take it fully back. Green Book's not the right call here for me. It's just a film that sort of just caters to a certain age, a certain person in the Academy. But
I don't know. It's kind of a basic crowd pleaser, but yeah, skews older.
Yeah. And it would be a harmless pick in the end. So I'd be okay with it. Again, there's one movie in there that I would really not love for it to win and doesn't have a chance. So that's basically all I'll say. All right. Jesus Christ. All right. And that's the news.
That's the news. BAFTA's really wiped us out. God.
Oh, God.
Can we keep doing this? God.
I don't know, Siobhan. I kind of want to just call it a day.
No, of course. We have to get to our next segment, our best segment.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
It is, hey, what is it that you have been watching?
Yes.
Where Marcelo and I talk about the films that what we have been watching.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm gonna flip a hockey puck. Heads. I'll go first.
Okay.
Heads.
All right.
Man, it really comes up my way a lot, and I feel like I promise you, I am not fucking around. There's no chicanery happening with my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It must be naturally heavy on one side, that hockey puck.
I did say that. I've said that in the past. I wonder if that's the case. But it's also landed on tails quite a few times, so I don't know.
Interesting. It's a 50-50 then.
Seems like it, like a coin. Now, if I simply had a coin in here, I'd do that, but I don't.
But you don't have a coin. Who has a coin nowadays?
Who has coins? Good Lord. So, well, I'll tell you about some boys that had coins.
Oh, hey. I'm interested.
Presented by Hardcore Henry. It's Nickel Boys.
Oh, wait a second. This is another one I didn't know you watched.
Yeah,
so,
Best Picture nominee.
Nickel Boys. Your thoughts?
Best Picture nominee. Crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy fucking movie. It is. You are living that life. It rips off the Hardcore Henry style to great effect, and it doesn't just use that. It breaks out of it constantly to show, like, there's a third person perspective it uses at certain times, first person perspective. It swaps the first person perspective at times, and it's not even really clear if you are really watching a person or not. They'll splice in footage from like newsreels or atom bombs or shit. Like it might have the best editing that I saw last year. And it made me think, like, I can't believe this style isn't utilized more. Like it is so naturally throwing you into the thing, and it's like the found footage genre figured this out so long ago. Like that, like like have your main character hold a camera and suddenly you are in the horror, as close to it as you can be. And I find found footage quite effective for that reason. And boom, Nickel Boys put the camera in the main character's eyes. You are in the horror as close as you can be. And it feels like you're there. Like it takes what, you know, could have been just another kind of movie, like they're like dime a dozen, like 60 civil rights movies, and it makes it feel revolutionary. It's unnerving. It's scary. I really appreciate that it did not take a real-time approach at all. Again, just very impressive, like mixed media editing techniques. There's a segment with like still photography that's really nice. You mentioned when you saw it you mentioned a Lynch comparison, and I'm going to say more than most films that receive that comparison, I agree with you. Mm-hmm. And it's not really just like a story of defiance. Like this is a psychological horror film. They want to put you through the shit. It's phenomenally done. Like, I'm so glad it got the nomination. For the Oscars and for our awards, I believe, right? No,
yeah.
It didn't.
No, it did not. No, yeah. So
it did not. Well, that's a failure on us.
Yeah, so we fucked up. But it did get a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination at the Talk from Society Awards. Yeah.
Marcelo, can I ask you?
Yes.
There is a lot of space imagery in the movie, like intercut into the film.
Yeah.
Now I know, like, you know, 60s space race, all that kind of stuff, but there's more space imagery than there is like news. And it's not necessarily like, oh, they'll show the Challenger explode. That's not what they do. Like, they just kind of show rockets or space or whatever, and it seems like I just want your interpretation of it, because I found that imagery so captivating, and like I wonder why the director chose to throw that in there. It's so frequent.
I actually had this conversation with Elise Poston, who is a former guest on this show and co-host of Stage to Screen on Talk from Society. We're talking about it, and one reason I don't know for sure. So my interpretation is, like, I know there were protests during NASA's like launches to the moon and whatever, like their space program, by people who were like, listen, like America itself, the people in it are suffering. Why not focus? Why not put the attention you're putting into space into the economy and civil rights, etc., like the people. Right. So I kind of took it as that. I kind of took it as, look at this amazing, like, look at the achievements like America has done here, but also remember that during that period, there's a lot wrong with the nation. So I don't know. It's that distinction that I think stuck out for me. I go, oh, like, look at that. Look at this footage like everybody's been watching, like worldwide, of what America's doing, but also they don't know the real, the tragedy behind everything. But yeah, that's how I took it. Yeah.
Okay, I like that explanation, actually. I didn't have my own to bring to the table. I really didn't. Okay, Nickel Boy's great. Then I watched a Talk Film Society Best Film of the Year nominee.
All right.
I saw the TV Glow.
Hey.
I said I would not watch this movie until this episode, and I made good on that promise. I actually almost completely forgot to, and I kind of only watched it earlier this morning. And it put me in a weird headspace. I'm going to be honest, I have not formulated many thoughts about it, other than it did feel intensely real to me. Like I I 100% vibed with it. I think this is going to be a new favorite film of mine. I've called Jane Scomber, the director. This is their sophomore feature. I've called their debut, We're All Going to the World's Fair. I've called that my favorite movie of the 2020s so far, and I think that Jane has perhaps outdone themselves. It's something I need to watch more, and I'm going to continue to think on it, but I can't really come to many conclusions other than it hit me hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Marcelo, I believe, if I'm just scrolling through here, I was lying to you. I didn't see it completely.
Oh, God damn it. Stop lying to me.
But what I have been doing this last week is watching the shit out of some old Best Picture nominees. Okay, winners. Old Best Picture winners.
Okay, winners.
So, yes, appropriate for this episode. Not why I did it, but it works.
Yeah.
So, first up, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
All
1975, I think.
I'll look it up.
One of the three big fives, along with It Happened
right.
One Night and Silence of the Lambs. It won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress for Louise Fletcher, Best Director Milos Forman, Best Writing adapted from other material. It was nominated for cinematography, supporting actor Brad Dourif, Best Editing, Best Music, Original Dramatic Score. So, I don't know. This is like... It was interesting to watch this and realize that this is one of those blueprint movies. This is like... I've seen this movie 1,000 times since, and I didn't know it came from this. Where, some, wacky asshole comes in and kind of like inspires a bunch of misunderstood societal outcasts. Like, it's not exactly that, but it's along those lines, right? And, and it's just, and sometimes that type of movie's good. Sometimes it's trite bullshit. And it's very nice to see, like, its inception is like an amazing movie and a very great affecting movie. I really did dig it a lot. Now,
by the way, 1975 was the year. You were right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We all know Nicholson is a man with like too many incredible performances to count, right? I mean, like The Departed, introducing Adam Sandler at SNL 50, dodging the draft, convincing the public that he didn't violently assault a sex worker and that Polanski's rape of a child did not happen in his home. But dare I say, this could be his finest work.
Oh, interesting. Above all that?
Above all that, why do people hate Nurse Ratched? What the fuck? What? She's not, I thought she'd be evil. She's not evil. She's just like kind of a bitch a little bit. Like, I don't know. She's just stern. That's my intake of her. But like, people make her out to be like the biggest villain of all time.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, so I cannot comment. But my thought is misogyny is probably why. That's what I got too. Because I'm just like, she did not really do anything all that wrong until maybe the end. I watched Dances with Wolves. Whoa.
Holy hell. Winner of Best Picture, Best Director, Best Writing Screenplay based on material from another medium. That's the award. Best Writing Screenplay based on material from another medium. But I hate that too. From another medium. Why? Like,
Video games.
You can't be adapting another film. Best cinematography, best sound, best editing, best music, original score. Nominated for more. All right. One 7 out of its 11. Best supporting actor Graham Greene and best supporting actress Mary McDonnell. Best actor Costner. I guess those are worth saying. Those were nominated, didn't win. And thank God it did beat that stinking no good dork Marty with Goodfellas for Best Picture.
Yeah. Take that, Marty.
I like this movie. It's It's better than Horizon. I'll tell you that.
Oh, interesting. I gotta see this.
I think it works. I think its story works. It's a tender-hearted movie. It feels very, very earnest. It feels like so obviously a passion project and vanity project, really, but it's one that, like, it works. It's so, gorgeous to look at. Gorgeous. And very, very good acting. And it's decently written, decently well written. And the pacing's right. It's 3 hours long. I believe there's a longer version that I've been told do not bother with. But, like, it's 3 hours long, and it's very slow, but it still feels just right. It just feels just fine, just right. Good, great ending. Mm-hmm. I watched. I went all the way back, Marcelo.
Ooh, 1991?
I believe this is the third or fourth movie to win Best Picture, 1930.
Whoa. What was it?
We mentioned it recently, like on this episode.
On this episode?
Yeah. We mentioned the name.
The name.
Because the name was remade.
Huh? What?
This movie was remade within the last 5 years.
Oh. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh,
won the BAFTA award for Best Picture.
Oh, All Quiet on the Western Front, of course.
That's right.
Of course,
I watched the original All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah.
Winner of Best Picture, Best Director, Lewis Milestone, and nominated for Best Writing Achievement and Best Cinematography. This is the definitive anti-war movie that I've ever seen. It's crazy to think that this came out in 1930. I'm thinking, like, if this exact movie had come out in 1943, like, I think the public would have rioted and the guy would have been kicked out of Hollywood. I just want to read what it starts with. It starts with a little title card that says, "This story is neither an accusation nor a confession, and least of all an adventure, for death is not an adventure to those who stand face to face with it. It will try simply to tell of a generation of men who, even though they may have escaped its shells, were destroyed by the war." That statement, that is the exact type of statement of intent that I think every war film should strive for, and rarely do they do that. I mean, the very first scene of the movie is this professor, like, propagandizing his class full of students until they're, like, cheerfully screaming, ready to enlist, and happy as hell about it. One of the selling points for them being no more class. And also, if your parents don't want you to do it, they're ungrateful to the fatherland. And these kids, they start off preppy, enthusiastic, boyish, and, you know, as the story continues, they had the innocence beaten out of them until they're either dead or they're shells of who they were. The war scenes are way better than the remake. Way better than the remake. I don't know how I don't know how a lot of this shit was done. Like, it's so impressive for 1930. They're much scarier. The end is really harrowing. It made me tear up. The lead is the lead. Like, one of my main criticisms of the remake is that I think that none of the characters are all that well defined, and the lead in this, he's fantastic. He's a really great lead. And not even just him, but, like, a lot of the other characters, they make them noteworthy. And you give a shit when they get, you know, blown up. It's so good. It's so good. I want to read a little bit of history on this. Like, so we do not have the original film. It does not exist. Uh-huh. the exact original movie. We're missing the version that we have is missing about 19 minutes of footage, because over the years there were so many re-edits and re-releases that they essentially kind of lost the original movie, and it was down from 152 minutes to 102 minutes. When they were doing the re-releases, because they needed it to be under 10 reels, I think. And then, like, the director was, like, calling for it to be restored, which did not happen until 26 years after his death. Early 2000s, the Library of Congress came in and did a huge restoration project, and they were able to make the 133-minute version that we have today. So we're still missing 19 minutes of footage from this film.
Jeez.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also, this one's weird. Do you know what an international sound version is?
I'm guessing like the dubbed version, right?
Sort of, yeah. It's kind of dubbed to make it like a silent film almost. Like whenever a character talks, they instead play score and then put a card.
Oh, okay.
With the international language, because back then I don't think they exactly did dubbing or could or whatever. So what they would do is like literally remake the movie in another language, like they did that with Dracula. So like this was the alternative in 1930, was this weird put up cards in a different language thing. I just found that interesting too. Okay, let's see. I got one more BPWINNER.
A film that won the Academy Award for Best Picture of the Year.
Sure did, pal. 1968.
Ooh, let me guess. 1968. I should not have tried to guess this because I can't think of any movie from 1968.
Okay. It's a genre picture, I'll say.
Oh, and give me a genre.
Noir. It's a neo-noir.
Oh, Rebecca?
No, neo-noir.
Neo-noir. Oh, The Third Man?
No.
Neo-noir. Chinatown.
No. I think you're very, very close on the year, though.
You know what?
It won best. What's that?
Wait, no. Yeah, give me a hint. Sounds like you give me a hint.
I don't know if these will help you that much. Best actor, Rod Steiger. Does that help?
Kind of.
Best director, Norman Jewison.
Oh, God, these names sound familiar.
This is a Criterion movie.
A Criterion movie from 1968.
Black lead.
Oh, is it?
If I say the name, it gives it away.
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
In the heat of the night.
In the heat of the night, baby.
Yes.
Yes. Winner of Best Picture, Best Actor for Rod Steiger. Best Sound, Best Writing, Screenplay based on material from another medium. Best Editing, nominated for Best Director, Norman Jewison. Best Effects, Sound Effects. That's the name of that award too. Best Effects, Sound Effects. By the way, this year, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was also nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
And Sidney Poitier was not nominated for Best Actor for either.
That's insane.
But there was a white man from both movies who was nominated for Best Actor.
Interesting.
And from In the Heat of the Night, Rod Steiger won.
Okay. Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah.
Insane. Insane.
Hey, Hollywood. Am I right?
Hollywood, right, baby? 1968.
1968.
But to be fair, Rod Steiger is incredible in the movie. So anyway, Sidney Poitier is a big city cop on his way out. He's about to take the train out of town when he was visiting in the small racist southern town. He was visiting his mother. But suddenly he gets arrested for the murder of a local big businessman from the town. And when they find out as a cop, he is free to go back to he's from Philly, I think. But it's like duty and conviction kind of forces him to stay to try to solve the murder. His own morality he just receives constant pushback every step of the way from every racist motherfucker in town, including the chief of police, who's Rob Steger, Rob Steger, who is like the only one that like slowly kind of warms up to him as the film goes on. Very, very well acted, very well written, and compelling mystery. And Sidney Poitier just phenomenal. God damn, he has so much presence. Oh, God, what a movie star.
I gotta see this. I also have to see All Quiet on the Western Front original.
Yeah, I would say so. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say too much. I'm done talking about it. So, those are my Best Picture nominees I've seen.
Fantastic.
But I'm done.
Oh, now what I've been watching is this.
We've got to go to Stonewatch.
Wow.
Our guest last week told me to watch Any Given Sunday. The real Matt C., I thank you so much for making me watch Any Given Sunday. I did not want to see this movie. I don't give a shit. I hate football. I genuinely, it traumatizes me. And oh my God, I was in love with this movie, man. Like, it is like the most masculinized, gritty, down and fucking dirty football film I've ever seen. It's just exhilarating. Like an ultimate dudes rock movie. I want these dudes to call me a faggot and beat the shit out of me. But it talks about, and like, I really appreciate that it like talks about the systemic like issues in the world of football, player injury, like what do players do after, stuff like that. And then the editing is, because you can tell they did not get any sort of NFL sponsorship here. Like this, they have made up teams. I can't. The Sharks, I believe, are the team that Jamie Foxx plays for. Okay, so the editing out of this world. Like, the editing is what makes this. This is just that classic, way too much Oliver Stone editing. Like, imagine kind of Natural Born Killers shit, but it's for like fucking football player relations and negotiations. Just two people talking about football politics. There's this amazing scene that like intercuts Ben-Hur's chariot race throughout the scene, and it just keeps upping the tension, and it's so good. Way far and away my favorite football movie. Marcelo?
Yeah, I gotta see this too. Another one I have not seen and would very much like to see because I've heard a lot of great things over the years.
This movie has Beth Grant in it.
Oh, wait a second. Is this part of the Southland Tales universe?
Marcelo, this is an episode of Have a Nice Apocalypse because I've got more to say.
Oh, whoa. Okay, now, Moby, take us away. Welcome to Have a Nice Apocalypse, the Talk Film Society podcast where we talk about the films of Richard Kelly, more specifically Southland Tales. I'm your co-host Marcelo Pico, and this is the other co-host of this show, Siobhan and Ring.
Hey, okay, so been a while since we've had an update, but Marcelo, I watched a film. I watched Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's an actress in that film named Beth Grant. Beth Grant is in all three of Richard Kelly's films, including Southland Tales, where she plays Dr. Katerina Kunstler, I think. No, that's not her. Mm-mm. That's the short lady.
Oh, boy.
Well, she's there. But anyway, and then I also watched, after that, I watched Todd Haynes' Safe. And guess who's in that? Beth Grant.
Whoa.
So this lady's all over the place. We love her so much. But Marcelo, there's a real reason we started this. And Marcelo, I am going to have to ask you to pull up a song and listen to it for me.
Okay. I'm pulling up Apple Music, which I'm subscribed to.
It's not going to be there. This is an unreleased song.
Okay, I'm pulling up.
Pick up YouTube.
I'm opening up YouTube. What is the title of this song?
This is Graciosa by Moby. It's Graciosa.
Okay.
By Moby. Now, this is For Any Given Sunday, otherwise unreleased by Moby.
I have it. Should I play it from the beginning?
Play it, and it shouldn't take too long to get to why I want you to play it.
Okay, here we go. Here is Graciosa by Moby. Okay. All right, I just wanted to. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. I understand,
dude.
Well, look. Okay, go ahead. Say what we're gonna say.
I'm just gonna say when I heard, like, I was like kind of looking at my phone or whatever because it was like kind of a down point in the movie, and I heard that hey, and like I immediately flipped to the screen. I did like a double take. I was like, what the what? and I pulled out my Shazam immediately to try to figure out what the song was. I had to rewind the movie 5 times for it to work. Because I thought that I had maybe discovered the sample that was like used on that Moby song. So look, this was unreleased. This came out. This was like about a year before Play the B-Sides came out. Play the B-Sides is where Memory Gospel is from, which of course appears in the film Southland Tales. It uses that exact same sample of that woman singing. So I think this song was made about a year before, and I'm guessing like he didn't like the song as much or whatever, and he decided, put the song away, but keep the sample. He liked the sample, and he used it again for a better song. That is my guess as to what happened, but just, dude, I was blown away when that song started playing.
Wow. This is a hell of a find. Siobhan. Now, I like your theory, but I also take it as like, Moby's just lazy about the samples he uses, and
possible.
I'm sure there's other songs that also use that same "hey" that we've heard in this song, and then the Southland Tells.
I've been doing research. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe by the next full episode of Have a Nice Apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay. And that'll do it for this episode of Have a Nice Apocalypse. I think that's all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see you next time. And like we say at the end of all these shows, hey, Richard Kelly.
Richard Kelly, please, God.
Please.
Please make another movie. Please.
Bye.
And come on our show.
Whoa. Hey. Well, you're right, Siobhan. It does sound the same. It's the
same. It's the exact same. It just goes for a bit longer. He uses more of it.
All right. And we're back on Talk from Society.
Right. Yes. Okay. So that's Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday. Highly recommend it to you. And there is a bonus. This is it. This is the finale. Okay.
Yeah.
I happened upon a bonus Oliver Stone watch.
Whoa.
This
bonus
is
Stone.
Bonus Stoner. Bonus Stonus. Now this is from an HBO like documentary series thing from the early 2000s. This was 2002. It's called Persona Non Grata. This was Oliver Stone's episode, and it was about, the reason I watched it, it was about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Mm-hmm. And it features interviews with top Israel and Palestinian heads, including Benjamin Netanyahu and the prime minister before him. And they try the entire film to get to talk to Palestinian President Yasser Arafat, but he was kind of in lockdown from the point of when that movie was made till 2 years later until his death. Now, but they do talk to like revolutionaries, Palestinian revolutionaries, not Hamas, but just people that are arming themselves for protection. Man, the thing that's crazy about it is looking at the Palestine that we see in this film and the Palestine that we see in No Other Land 23 years later. It's night and day. It's kind of disgusting what has happened. And I'm not even it is. But you can just tell the like Netanyahu and like especially this one like representative guy, I didn't catch his name, but that talks for Israel the whole time. They're just spitting propaganda the entire time, and it's the exact same shit that they say today. Like it hasn't changed. It's the same shit. Just bold-faced lies. And even Oliver Stone admits that later in the movie. He's like, they were lying to us or whatever. Yeah. Like, or they were bullshitting or something, he says. And
what year did you say this documentary came out?
2002.
2002, gotcha.
The rebellion even talks about, like, literally all they want is a ceasefire. Like, they just want this to stop.
Yeah.
And they've been wanting that for decades. Anyway, it's not the best. Like, it's an hour-long HBO documentary. He didn't get $1 billion of budget. I believe they were there for 2 days total, and they got to talk to who they got to talk to. They wanted to talk to more Palestinian people, but that just ended up being harder for, I think, obvious reasons. So anyway, it was just interesting that I saw this was there, and I'm glad I watched it. It's just I'm not going to tell anybody. You really got to seek it out. I'm sure there are way better documentaries about this. By the way, this was shot by Rodrigo Prieto.
Hey, okay, interesting.
Yeah, interesting, right?
It is. Most interesting thing you've said all episode. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. All right. But it is, and hey, thank God it is time for me to stop talking. Marcelo, I have got to know, what is it that you have been watching?
All right. Look, you talked about what you've been watching for the last, I'd say, 30 minutes. Yeah. I'm not going to beat that because looking at my diary over the last week since we've recorded, I haven't seen much. Just
really quick, I was holding myself back from watching more Best Picture movies because I was thinking actively about the time that it would take to talk about them on this show. So I was like, no more, stop.
It helps that I only want to talk about one movie.
Yeah. That does tend to happen.
Which is a Best Film nominee.
Whoa.
Yeah. Directed by a little little guy with hat and glasses. He's got a beard.
Oh, yes, he does. We know it.
He's a friend to people, to sharks, to dinosaurs, to robots, to aliens.
Yeah, he directed a best film this year?
Wait, what? Best film this
You said this is a best film nominee.
No.
Previous.
From previous. From
Understood.
Okay,
you watched E.T.
Yes, I watched E.T., yeah.
All right.
A previous best film.
The little fucking green alien, you cut him open, he's got the Reese's inside.
Yeah. A great movie. We can move on. No. Look, I rewatched it on kind of on a whim, but also a podcast who will not be named. Like they're doing a Spielberg series, and I'm listening to that on and off, and I'm also thinking a lot about revisiting Spielberg for other reasons. So I watched The Post a few weeks ago. Love seeing that, and I go, oh well, it has been a while since I've seen E.T. So I put that on, and that movie still works. It took me until I was like a young adult to come around on it, because when I watched it as a kid, I of course loved like Jurassic Park better, like Indiana Jones better, and E.T. was always just like it was never really. I never really took it as like a great, like one of my personal favorites. But then I saw it in a theater in 2012. I was blown away. And then since then, I've been like, oh yeah, this thing is a 5 out of 5. This thing's amazing. So just on a rewatch, it's been maybe 3 years since I've seen it. On a rewatch here at home, I'm like, yeah, undeniable. 5 out of 5. Not my favorite Spielberg, but perhaps a lot of the best things he's ever done is in this movie. The score plus the story, direction, cinematography in the last 10 minutes, that might be his finest 10 minutes of all time. Spielberg's. That's debatable, but anyway, that's E.T. I saw that. Great movie. Siobhan, any thoughts? E.T. Little guy.
I've never seen it.
I recommend it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like I've never seen Jaws either. Jaws, I'm purposefully staying away from because I want to see it in a theater for my first experience, because I feel like that's the only way I can get the most effective experience out of that type of film these days. Or that film specifically. That film specifically, I feel that about. E.T., I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I've just never felt a call to watch it. And I never have. I mean, I will, you know? I'm not, I don't feel one way or the other about it. I'm very neutral on it. I'll watch it. I don't know. I don't know how I'll feel.
Just watch it. That's all.
Okay.
You know, I don't care if you do or not. You know, if you do, fine.
Okay. Oh, you don't care. Okay.
But man, it's I would like you to have your first time watching Jaws for sure in a theater, right? That would be perfect. Same for E.T. if you're able to. Because I think for me, E.T. works watching it at home, because I think back to that experience of watching it on the big screen. Like if I had not watched it on the big screen back in 2012 for the first time, because I'd seen it before, like on VHS as a kid, but seeing it in a theater, that and like Jurassic Park, for sure Jaws. I think those three in particular, you have to experience it in the theater, and that's what I go back to. If I was just rating it here as my viewing experience, it'd be like a 4.5 out of 5. It's only in the theater that it jumps up to 5. E.T. in particular. Anyway, that's all, Siobhan. That's all I gotta say. E.T. E.T. good movie.
E.T. good movie.
Yeah, and with that, we close out. Hey, what is it that you've been watching?
No, what did it do at the Oscars? It did something.
Oh, yeah. Here, I can pull up.
Best nominee.
Best nominee.
Best nominee. At the
Best
Oscars.
nominee of the year goes to...
Special effects. Did that exist yet? Sound.
Look, I'm pulling it up. The 55th Academy Awards. Siobhan, this ceremony took place April 11th, 1983.
Wow.
All right. Spoiler, it was nominated for Best Picture. Can you guess?
Spoiler.
No, wait. This is a game. Can you guess any of the other nominees in Best Picture?
In Best Picture. Oh, 1983, you say?
Yeah. No? Okay.
Nothing is coming.
Nothing's coming up. Okay, a better game is this. Of these movies, which won Best Picture? Okay. You have E.T.
Okay, it wasn't that one.
Okay, you have Gandhi. You have Missing. You have Tootsie. And you have The Verdict. Which film won Best Picture in 1983?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not sure. It's either Tootsie or Gandhi. Gandhi?
You are correct. Gandhi won Best Picture. Gandhi won a buttload of awards. It almost got the top 5, but it wasn't nominated for Best Actress. Apparently, no actress was worthy in Gandhi.
No.
Best Picture Gandhi, Best Director Gandhi, Best Actor Gandhi, Best Screenplay written directly for the screen Gandhi, and more. E.T. What did E.T. win? E.T. won.
I have to watch Gandhi. Are you kidding me?
I saw that as a kid, like on TCM in high school, and I don't remember anything about it. I watched it, can't tell you a thing. E.T. won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Score, Best Sound, Best Sound Effects, Editing, and Best Visual Effects.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Fantastic film. And that is it that we have been watching.
Yes, it is.
And
so,
yeah.
is it time? Is
It's
it time,
time.
Marcel?
Speaking of Best Picture, and I did say Best Director, those are the categories this week. We're talking the best directors of 2024 and the best films of 2024.
Wow.
We're doing the last 2 big ones. This is it. It's
2 real big ones.
been quite a season, Siobhan. I mean, how excited are you to reveal our respective picks?
It's the end, Marcelo. It's the last time we're going to be doing this exact thing.
Yeah.
And it's bittersweet. But also, I'm ready to do it.
I'm ready.
I'm good.
I'm ready.
There's still some films I haven't seen, but I don't care anymore. I really don't.
I'm kind of on the same boat, or in the same boat, or around the same boat. I'm good with not talking about some of these films for the rest of my life. No, not these films in particular. I just mean this season, which it'll be interesting to find out your picks. It'd be. I mean, I'm sure you'll be interested in my picks too.
Oh my God! So yes, absolutely.
And also down the line, we might hear from other people, but yeah, I'll get into it with my best films and director. But it's been quite a year. It's been quite a cycle. Unlike the last 2 seasons we've done this podcast, this one's been quite wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right.
I mean, you're number 1. You had to change it because the actress went crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I took it off my. I took it down from number 1 only because she apologized. Yeah. If she hadn't apologized, I'd still be sticking to it. Okay, so how do we do this? We obviously do Best Director first.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah. Now, who goes first?
Do you want to go to the puck or
just go to the puck? That's it.
Just go. You pick this time. I picked last time.
All right. I picked Tails.
Pick Tails again. Alrighty. Let Sonic the Hedgehog flow through you.
Yeah.
It's heads. But look, what that flip was for the honor of choosing who goes first.
Oh.
And I choose you.
Okay, wow. Oh, that's sweet. Touching. All right. Best Directors of 2024.
2024. February 20th. We finally decided.
Yeah, this is it. Look, I have the list up now. I'm opening up my a Google sheet of all my favorites of the year. I'm going to Best Director.
You're just going to make it up on the fly.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, yeah, I like that movie. Who directed it? Okay, this guy.
Yeah. Okay, I have some honorable mentions. I'll quickly go through these. Vera Drew, People's Joker, honorable. Ramel Ross, Nickel Boys,
so honorable.
Honorable. Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 2, honorable. Aaron Schimberg, A Different Man, honorable. Greg, God damn it. Greg, what can't I say? Kuwaiter. Greg Kuwaiter, Sing Sing. George Miller?
He was honorable, by the way.
Honorable. Greg, honorable. Greg Kai Wilder, Sing Sing, honorable. Furiosa, George Miller, that's his name. Furiosa George Miller, honorable. Yeah. All those were honorable. Now for my top 5. Looking through this list again, I'm like, yes, okay. This is a tough top 5. Only in the ranking. This is from 5 to 1, but I could easily switch some of these. So don't come at me in the comments. Number 5, Sean Baker and Nora. All right, look, I gotta hand it to Sean Baker. This might be my favorite film of his. I do want to go back and rewatch all the ones I've seen and the ones I haven't seen. Tangerine, from my memory, is incredible. Florida Project, I loved. I wasn't a huge fan of Red Rocket, but the more I think about Red Rocket, the more I want to revisit it and maybe appreciate it more after the rewatch. But this one, it's just so much. It has so much energy. I was trying to formulate this last episode, but it has a feel I get from a similar feel I get watching this. I get from like watching like 70s movies that were focused like more on character, more on like mood. There's one particular way to do it back in the 70s. I think this film, Anora, just manages to capture and to really emulate. So, Sean Baker, congrats! You're my top 5. My number 5. Anora, number 4. Brady Corbet, The Brutalist. I mean, at one point he was the front runner for Best Director. I don't know now. If he wins the Oscar, I think it'd be a great win. But he truly made something like deeply personal, deeply like just unique, large scale, epic. That, you know, if only directors had like this much ambition. Then I of course have to point out that yes, some corners were cut in the making of The Brutalist. The sake he did, he accomplished what he did with so little money in regards to like what a grand Hollywood epic, can look like. That's an accomplishment all in of itself. Making a movie so big with the resources he had. So yeah, The Brutalist, and I saw it again for the 4th time this past week. Still love it. But also I think I've had enough. and now what I'm interested in is for the discourse to really begin, because it just hit VOD today or yesterday, I forget. And I've already been seeing clips of The Brutalist on Twitter. So we'll see what happens with people who now are like have access to it and who watch it. I want the discussion to start. For real this time, because it feels like it hasn't really started. There's been talk about the ending and whatnot, but I really want people to really focus on the ending with The Brutalist and to talk to your friends about it. Okay, just watch the movie and talk to your friends about the ending of The Brutalist. Okay, and if it wins Best Picture, all the better, because we need to have a discussion about it. Number 3, Rose Glass, Love Lies Bleeding. Okay. I mentioned this before in the past episode. I love Love Lies Bleeding. Those 2 performances at the center, beautiful. The script, I shouted out. I think I made a mistake for not putting the script in my top 5, like when we talked about scripts. So that's my bad. But I've been thinking about it a lot, especially in making these 2 lists for this episode. I think it has a particular rhythm that I enjoy that I can equate to like watching like a Coen Brothers movie, or like a neo-noir. Has twists and turns, fantastic performances, visually stunning, makes some bold moves at the very end, which I have to point to Rose Glass, the director, just nailing her specific vision of this wild and crazy love story. So yeah, Love Lies Bleeding, Rose Glass, number 3, director. Number 2, yeah. So 1 and 2, tough for me. So for right now, I'll say this is my number 2. Coralie Farge, The Substance. Man, I was there when she did a Q&A for Revenge in 2018 at Fantastic Fest. I stayed after the movie to hear her talk because I loved it. That was my number 1 movie of that year, of 2018. And so, I mean, I've been patiently waiting for her second film to come out. And now, 2025, it hit in a way I was not expecting, because when I first saw The Substance in September of last year, I thought, this is like this is a movie that's just for me. It's like this. People will watch it and enjoy it, but it's not going to get any bigger than like Revenge did, because Revenge was a very small little horror movie, thriller, like that was on Shudder. That I've been saying for years. Watch this movie; it's great. I did not expect The Substance to be what it is, like Oscar contender, Best Picture nominee, Best Director nominee, and deserved for Farge, because gosh. The amazing choices I saw in like Revenge, like she makes not those exact same choices, but just she brings her own type of visionary just look in the look of it, the cinematography, the editing. It feels like another one of her movies, but of course she has like fantastic artists working with her, but her vision is there, and very happy for the success of that movie. And just, it is as great as what people have been saying. It's my number 2. What could be my number 1 in terms of director? Wouldn't you like to know, Siobhan?
I haven't a clue.
It's got to be a guy. A guy.
Marty?
Yeah. No, Marty Scorsese. No. If only, but I mean, you know what? We joked last episode, like what film could be nominated again? Killers of the Flower Moon. Why not nominate that again?
Oh my
this
God,
year?
yeah. It's sweet.
Yeah, it would sweep. No, Luca Guadagnino, Challengers. My number 1 of the year. I've brought it up many times already when talking about Challengers. I've talked about it when we talked Best Score. best editing. I think even like when I talked about Zendaya, the fact that in the last stretch of that movie, when the two boys go at it in a tennis match, like the direction of that, the way that entire sequence is put together, it's not that I didn't expect it from Luca, but man, like, I mean, maybe in the future he'll direct a full-fledged action movie. If he does, it would be incredible. But right now, this is as close as we'll get to like a Luca Guadagnino like action movie. Those last 10 minutes of Challengers are incredible. Like that alone gives him best director right now in my book. The number one spot. I was almost on my feet by the end of that sequence. At the end of Challengers. So congrats, Luca, my favorite director of the year. Challengers. I am done talking. Siobhan?
Yeah, I mean that segment's a real. It'll take your breath away. It really is. It's like I'm forgetting to breathe. My best directors: Mike Cheslick, hundreds of honorable mentions.
Okay.
Mike Cheslick, Hundreds of Beavers, honorable. Annie Baker, Janet Planet, honorable. Sean Baker Inora. He is one of my favorite directors working, but hey, honorable.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Luca Guadagnino, queer, honorable. Hey, bro, he's always got a new movie. When he's got a new movie out, I gotta say it. And my Shyamalan, honorable. Trap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And look, Todd Phillips, Joker, Folie à Deux. I really thought he'd be on this list. I thought he'd be high on this list, but last second he got taken off.
Wow.
But Todd Phillips, honorable.
Mm-hmm.
And now the real list. Number 5. Francis Ford Coppola.
Whoa.
Megalopolis.
Whoa. I made a joke, but you're serious about this. You're number 5. Interesting. I love this.
I'm serious. I like to reward ambition. And look, I don't even care, man. This movie should be celebrated. I don't care about the contents of it. I really don't. So I don't like this movie. I don't like it. How many years?
You don't.
How many years did this guy try to get this fucking thing made, and he finally just put up his own money to make this high concept, bizarro world vision that got endlessly shit on by everybody. He is one of the all-time legendary directors, and at 85 years old, he is displaying that type of passion and like betting on himself that like I wish every big money director would do. I mean, put up your own fucking money to make your stupid ass movie that you want to make. Your crazy vision. Like I love seeing that. I love it. More ambition. Number 4, Ramel Ross, Nickel Boys.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like this. This is innovation, both technical and narrative. And it's an exciting new voice. This is playing with the medium in ways that I hope to God we see more of. A brand new take on the same old type of story. Everything about that, it feels very thought out to a T, but it also feels like he left a ton of room for experimentation. Like somehow he pulls off both things. Like it's just he just does so many incredible things in Nickel Boys that that really blew me the hell away, and I cannot wait to see what this guy does next. Ramel Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, rewarding big swings. Vera Drew, the People's Joker.
Hey, I know her.
Look, oh yeah, she's one of our best friends. A nearly 4-year cycle full of turmoil to get this no-budget, boundary-breaking this big studio challenging film to the screen, and her efforts were completely worth it, in my opinion. And I believe in the opinion of art history. I believe this will be a film that will be remarked upon for a long time, and I am glad that Vera stuck to her guns, really got this thing out there. Number 2, Luca Guadagnino, Challengers. It's a fucking tennis movie, dude.
Oh,
like,
I mean, come on, tennis?
There's no reason that he had to do this.
No, stop it, Luca.
He did it. He did it, and it's Jesus Christ. I mean, you already said everything, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's a tennis movie. All right, number 1.
Oh God, what could this be? What does Siobhan have up her sleeve?
Clint Eastwood, juror number 2.
Whoa. Incredible.
To make something this somber, this thoughtful, this much of a crisis of faith at nearly 100 fucking years old is extraordinary. Nobody has like taken that perspective to heart, I don't think. It kind of baffles me that this movie that got so swept away, and it really upsets me in certain ways. And I think, when he dies in like September, we'll start talking about his films, and this will be this will suddenly be everybody's favorite movie. I do think it's one of those. And just just for there's so much heart in it. He's questioning everything. Like, he's not dead set. He's not a dead set 98-year-old man who like just has his opinions and says fuck you, like you would expect anybody that old to be. No, he's still fucking asking questions. It's incredible. I find that beautiful. I really do. Mm-hmm. And those are my best directors.
Yeah, I have not mentioned a lot of juror number 2 this season, but it's been in my outer, I guess further down on the list of honorable mentions. But yeah, I definitely agree about Clint Eastwood and how he handled juror number 2. He handled it in a way you would not expect a 4-year-old man who famously talked to an empty chair.
An empty chair.
Like
at the RNC.
Yeah, at the RNC. Bad-mouthing Obama. No, it's. I think he in this movie, and I think through a lot of his career, he's been open-minded about what if I'm wrong, like what if what if the government we all depend on can make a mistake. Like, that little idea, that kernel of a thought is just so well examined in juror number 2 that again, I expect it from him, but also. God, he still has it in him. I think it really sucks that one got the fate that it did, and
it's such bullshit. It is like, I'm so of all of the reasons to be mad at Zaslav, that's up there. Yeah. It's not the worst. I mean, deleting full movies is worse, but it's up there.
Yeah. But amazing list, Siobhan. Those are our favorite directors of the year, and now for the big one.
The big one. The big one, Marcelo. It's the big one.
Best film of the year.
Best film of the year.
Now, did we do this last year where I think we went like half and half?
Yes, I was going to suggest we do the same. I'll do I'll do my because the way that the flip thing works, whatever, it's my turn next. I'll do my 10 through 6, and then you do your 10 through 6, and then I'll do my 5 through 1.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's get this going.
Honorable mention to Deadpool and Wolverine. I've spoken to its virtues all season. I do love it. There's a specific reason it didn't make my list. So like I have to talk about my list right now.
Please do.
This is, how do I explain this? I have an 11 and 12, and I'm not calling them honorable mentions. I'm calling them 11 and 12.
Interesting.
And it's Nickel Boys, and I Saw the TV Glow. Now, look, they're two recent watches for me to feel confident about putting them anywhere. Because TV Glow, like, as soon as it ended, I was like, my favorite film of the year. But, like, by now, I've thought about it a little more, and it's only been, like, 8 hours or whatever. And, like, I wouldn't say that exactly. But, so, like, look, I just need to have time to think about these films more. But the reason they are 11 and 12 and not honorable mentions is because my 9 and 10, they are there for sentimental reasons. Are they really my 9th and 10th favorite film of the year? Maybe, because it's like what is favorite, what it's like what the film means to you, or if for whatever reason. So my number 9, I'm going to start with that one, is Roadhouse. The reason that's there is because it is the best movie from last year that me and my mom got to see together.
Yeah.
Before she passed away in May. So we really didn't have a ton of time for like the new movies to hit, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think Roadhouse was the best thing that we watched together. We both really loved it. And my number 10, Madam Web. It hit Netflix like right after her death. Mm-hmm. And I did watch it like pretty soon in there. Like I had a period of 3 months last year where I watched almost no movies. There was like no more than one a week. It was a total dead zone. I didn't want to do it. I was totally demotivated because that was the thing me and my mom did together, right? But shortly after her death, I did watch Madam Web on Netflix just to like have a thing on, and I jived with it. Like I connected to it. The movie is full of maternal themes. Like that's really what it's about. Both literal motherhood and surrogate motherhood. And it was kind of the exact thing that I needed at that time. So I have those as my 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I needed them to be in the top 10. I didn't want those to be honorable mentions or 11 and 12. I needed them to be in the top 10. I just did.
Yeah.
And like they're going to stay there forever. Excuse me. Okay. Number 8. Much lighter topic. No Other Land. The documentary about Palestine from the perspective of a man who lives there and his friend from Israel who comes down to visit him and help out with protesting and rebuilding as the Israeli state randomly comes in and bulldozes their homes over every day and occasionally shoots one of them dead, harasses them, makes their day-to-day life absolute hell. I think at this time, seeing this, what the day-to-day life of a Palestinian is incredibly important. And No Other Land is very, very... I think it's well made. It shows you that perspective in a good way. I don't know. It's like a very simple movie. Like, it's very laid out, simple timeline, easy to like follow and engage with, and but extremely hard to watch. Number 7, Conclave. Surprise of the year. Every day that goes by, the more I think about it, the more I like it. It's a delight. It's a delightful film. I love it. I like the characters, performances, that script. It's just something. It's just, I don't know. There's just something so nice about it. Like, it gives me good vibes, gives me good feelings to think about. And its ultimate message, while being, stupid, is also, it's nice. Like, it's nice. It's nice to think about. What if?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What if the Pope dies? Well, as of this recording, the Pope is still alive, but
yep.
Yeah.
Now, it's just I like Conclave. Ray Fiennes is amazing. Supporting performances, great stuff. I cannot think of that guy. You know which guy I'm talking
Stanley
about.
Tucci.
No, the guy that he's an architect and is like, he's only been acting for 4
Adrian
years.
Brody.
And yes, Adrian Brody, and he's like so incredible in the movie. Like, it's unbelievable that he's like so new to the craft and can do a performance like that. All right, number 6, Anora. Sean John Baker, always been one of my favorite filmmakers, and it makes my heart aflutter to see that he's getting so much acclaim from the establishment. Finally, it's kind of weird that I want that, but I do, because I think that he's not going to take that money and go make some crazy sci-fi fuck up whatever the hell movie. Like, I think he's going to use that clout to just keep doing what he's doing, and I love what he does. And his great work in the highlighting sex workers as real human beings, and it's just a lovely film. It's funny, it's heartbreaking, it's Mikey Madison's fantastic, and then the whole ensemble cast is really great too. Yoda Borisov's character development is, or character unveiling, I would say. I'd probably more characterize it as that, but like, it's really Ani's character development is incredible. And it's something that I'm still thinking about. Like, the final, 3 minutes of that movie, it's something that I still ponder. I'm still not 100% sure where I land on why or what happened,
Yeah.
And it's one of his most complex films to date, I think. Perhaps his most, actually. Baker's. Wish him luck.
Yeah.
Number 5, Joker, Folie à Deux. No, wait! That was 6. I didn't say that.
No.
That was a joke. Marcelo, tell me your 10 through 6. I was being the Joker there.
Yeah. What a Joker. All right. Pulling up my list. My honorable mentions. First off, I got a
Deadpool and
few.
Wolverine. Joker, Follow You Do, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter.
No. I'm being deadly serious when I say these next movies. Hitman, honorable. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, honorable. Dune Part 2, honorable. Kinds of Kindness, honorable. Nickel Boys, honorable. The Last Showgirl, honorable. Not in any order, but they were hanging around in the top 10, top 15. But I had to make some cuts, and now these are the top 10 films of the year according to me. 10 through 6. Number 10. This one. It's not the only one of this genre on this list. Not by a long shot, but I guess it's more pure horror than the other ones. Cuckoo. Oh, Cuckoo. Directed by Tillum Singer. Also written by Tillman Singer. Written and directed by Tillman Singer, starring Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens. I've already said this before on the show because I mentioned it during Best Cinematography. I think I brought up Hunter Schafer in the Best Actress category. This movie has the vibe I'm looking for when it comes to horror movies in particular, and also just really any movie. Like, this is the vibe I enjoy being in. This sort of nightmare realm with film grain, just moody ass music. It feels out of time, but so damn effective. I love Cuckoo. It's my number 10. It feels like it had to be in there for me. Like, this is a must. Again, it's the type of horror movie I enjoy. It's I guess as I talk about it, I'll mention some other horror movies, but this one is, I guess, in this genre of horror movie, this is my favorite of the year. Number 9, Anora. Siobhan already said some great things about Anora. I'll just add that if it does win Best Picture at the Oscars, I'll be happy. I do want to see this movie again. I think I've already seen it twice. But me and Elise Poston, former guest of this show, host of Stage to Screen, we were both saying, it's a movie that is, a lot of fun, but also hits you like a thing of bricks, a bag of bricks right on your head.
Thing.
Yeah. Just like Siobhan was saying, those last 3 minutes, oh boy. But yeah, it's a quotable movie. I've been saying some quotes from that movie in the last few weeks for a few reasons. When Mikey Madison as Anora says fraud marriage, that's a great line that anybody can say at any point in their life. Fraud marriage. That was my number 9. Incredible, Anora. Number 8, A Different Man. Oh, A Different Man. Another one that sort of fits my what the sort of vibe I want to see in a movie. The sort of like dark comedy, the sort of very interpersonal relationships between characters played by Sebastian Stan and Adam Pearson. Like bizarre at times, but also just so real. It makes big leaps in its narrative that at first glance I'm like, why did this movie choose to do this? But then seeing it again and thinking more about it, I'm like, yeah. I'm okay with movies like this taking leaps at certain points, perhaps unbelievable, but also it makes sense within the story they're telling. Different Man. That's my number 8. Jumping up to 7. Sing Sing. Movie I saw last year at South by almost a year ago now. Because we're approaching March. Loved it back then. Rewatched it since then. Still love it. I'm glad I got some awards appreciation. Should have got a bit more. Coleman Domingo, incredible. The story itself, it's essential. I wish it got that Best Picture nomination only so that more people could have eyes on this. I think it's a story that I think people need to see. Amazingly told, acted, directed, written. That's Sing Sing. That's my number 7. Number 6, and then I pass it off to Siobhan. I mean, you could also call this a horror movie, but it's in a different genre than Cuckoo. I guess the genre for this would be satanic. That's right. It's Late Night with the Devil.
Whoa.
Yeah, Late Night with the Devil. I mentioned it before on the show. This film is it hits the notes it needs to hit like perfectly. Setting it in the 1970s, like following this late night talk show host, they get the aesthetic right. The lead actor, David Dastmalchian, one performance, he nails that persona of 70s TV show host. The behind the scenes like stuff, like shot on film, that very much feels like Larry Sanders-esque, which I appreciate. And then I think it hits the emotional beats and the scary beats at the end pretty damn well. I mean, yeah, like another movie I mentioned in this episode, they cut some corners for certain things, but at this point in my life, or back when I saw it last year, again around March, I can forgive certain things. Now, if a movie this year did the exact same thing, I'd be less forgiving. But I think Late Night with the Devil made the cut for okay. There's a direct line in the sand, you know. I think it could have gotten away with it back then, but it can't get away with it now. The AI stuff is what I'm referring to. Besides that, so effective. I love it. Late Night with the Devil, and it seems like every year I have to have a Shudder original on my top 10. Shudder, they're doing great work. They picked up Late Night with the Devil. It's on their streaming service right now. Can't recommend it enough. So much so that I put it at my number 6 for the top films of 2024. Siobhan, I want to hear your top 5.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Well, Marcelo, I'm ready to tell you my top 5.
You better.
Now, you might have been able to suss out what my number 5 is.
Maybe.
Unless I was playing a trick on you, like the famous trickster of DC Comics. Yeah. No, I was telling the truth. It's Joker, Folie à Deux. I think it's an incredibly smart, witty. I think it's an incredibly smart sequel that is extremely meta. It's a very, very direct response to every aspect of the criticism of the first movie, the criticism and the praise. Even like it is just like pushing back against all of it. Like it feels like the most punk rock kind of studio film I've seen in a long time. Huge budget one, and at the very least, like a superhero film. And yeah, it's got some like it is shocking at pretty much every turn, I think, and it gives us another great Lady Gaga performance, and that's always a major plus in my heart for how I love that woman. Number 4, Janet Planet. Janet Planet. Just a lovely little calm little indie film. Has one of the best little like child actor performances I've seen in a long while. And just a really cute mother-daughter story. It's chill. It's vibes. It's all love, baby.
You gotta see
Free
this.
love. I wish I could speak more to Janet Planet, but I feel like I've done it well in past episodes because I have put that in a number of categories, but nothing's coming to my head right now other than the movie is good.
Yes.
Number 3, challengers.
Whoa.
Tennis, hit the balls.
Hey.
Oh my god. The inherent like eroticism of sport has never been depicted like this, I don't think. As a wrestling fan, like there are many times I'm watching a match and I feel like I might as well be watching these two wrestlers fucking right now. And that's challengers. Like they like Luca was like watching a tennis match, and he was like, "Wow, the passion that these two are on display. I want them to kiss right now." And then he wrote that movie. It's fantastic, and that's just so inventive, just so inventively filmed. What great performances at the wazoo, and beautifully shot by Sayambu Mokti-Pram. Incredible shit. Number 2. Juror number 2. I'm just gonna go back to what I said about Clint Eastwood. No, I'm not. I'm actually I didn't highlight the cast, the ensemble cast. Ensemble cast of the year. Everybody gets it. Everybody brings their own thing to it. Playing real people convincingly, but also delivering that dramatic dialogue that they have to. Nicholas Holt's lead performance in particular has been pretty unsung, I think, but absolutely fantastic. Just I could pick out everybody and just sing their praises. Cedric Yarborough liked a tweet of mine recently, so shout out to him. Yeah, I don't know. Jury number 2. I think it's a hell of a thing, and I don't think it's been given its proper due yet.
Well, the Talk from Society Awards gave it its due for a few awards. Yeah,
sure as hell did, and you know what? Yeah. That's one of the things I'm most proud of this year. Number 2 is done. Number 1.
Number 1.
What could it possibly be?
I don't know.
The People's Joker.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Look, I have...
The fix is in.
I've devoted years and years of my life to this thing. It was an exciting project that I was incredibly passionate about. And I maybe went a little crazy in my passion, in my fanaticism. But I think it's all worth it for this really funny, stupid, silly, heartful film that it became. The People's Joker is a landmark film in multiple ways. I truly believe that. I think it will be referenced in court cases, like in the future, potentially. Yeah. Like I think, very important movie, and very great, just a great movie that I think will be also in the future. I think it's going to be a new Midnight movie. I think this has captured people's imaginations. The people that love it. And I think, I'm very proud of what Vera was able to do with this film. And I just can't wait to see whatever she does next. Because, this is right out the gate. She makes something that I genuinely feel is revolutionary. So what's next, baby?
What you got next?
Calling you out, Vera.
Come Come on, very
Marcelo and I's second best friend, who we've
Come on.
talked to 3 times on podcasts.
Come on the show
Come on this show.
and give us an exclusive. What's your next project?
Yeah.
Yeah, on this show. Okay. Siobhan, amazing list.
Sure. Yeah, if you think so.
Yeah, hey, I think so. I do.
All right. Thank you, Marcelo. I'm just not feeling too great right now, Marcelo. I'm not.
Oh, come on.
My mental state, man. It's just I'm so self-deprecating right now.
Oh, come on.
This list sucks. This was bullshit. This was total bullshit.
Siobhan, don't talk like that. Listen. I think it was a good list.
Thank you, Marcelo.
Okay. But you know what I need though? I need a little push. I need a little jolt of positivity, come my way. All right?
You really need a jolt of positivity after People's Joker.
I just need you to care about my top 5.
Oh, Marcelo, look. My list, maybe one of the worst things anybody's ever compiled. But so far, when I heard your 10 through 6, it really juiced me up. It's part of the reason why I hate my list so much, is because I just loved yours. And so I think that the only thing that can save me to make me feel anything right now other than deep shame would be to hear your 5 through 1. Okay?
Let's see if I can.
Excited. I'm so excited.
Let's see if I can save this show. So here we go. My top 5 of the year. Number 5. I've already been talking about it. It feels like I brought it up almost every episode now. The Brutalist. Number 5.
Whatever.
How much more can I say about this goddamn movie? I said it all already.
I mean, they cut some corners.
They cut instead of hiring or instead of spending hours like in the editing bay doing it themselves, they turn to AI and they go, "Hey AI, make Adrian Brody sound more Hungarian."
That's the Brutalist, everybody.
That no.
Okay, come on. They made the pictures too.
My number 5 and
let's talk about it.
Listen,
the Brutalist.
My number 5 and my number 4. My number 5 and my number. I can't say this sentence without messing up.
Number 5 and number 4.
My number 5 and my number 4 are similar in a few ways.
Wow.
So I'm not going to reveal number 4 yet, but I'll just start with a Brutalist.
Mine's racing.
It is about an artist coming to America, and America just taking a huge dump on him. Okay, mm-hmm. That's a main thesis, because I think there are a few. That's one thing this movie's trying to say, and I dare call myself an artist in a few ways. As a creative person living in life in 2025, hey, I can relate. Personally, I feel a lot of, not myself, but like I relate to the characters in this movie and the director and the people who made The Brutalist. I go, I understand the struggle. The struggle is real. Being an artist in a capitalist state like America, it's difficult. Number 5, Brutalist. Number 4, this movie is saying kind of the same thing. The Beast.
Man, I gotta see this.
I love The Beast. It came out at the right time for me. Like The Brutalist, The Beast talks about living in a society that chews you up and spits you out.
I'd say 2 of my films, The People's Joker and Joker Follow You Do, also talked about how we live in a society.
And, I could say that about The Beast and The Brutalist. Adrian Brody lives in a society. Léa Seydoux also lives in a society. I relate a lot to Lea Seydoux' character or characters in The Brutalist. Sorry, in The Beast. Let me say that again. A lot of the bees going around. Look, I relate a lot to Lea Seydoux in The Beast, much like I relate to Adrian Brody's character in The Brutalist. In The Beast, one of Lea Seydoux' characters is a creative person, a writer, who gets replaced by AI and has to choose between being a human in this AI-driven, future dystopia, or allowing the AI hive to go into her brain and basically make her like a thoughtless human drone. And I can relate to that.
Yeah. You know what? Yes, you can.
Yeah. But that's one story it tells, and the other stories it tells just incredible. How it takes place over decades. It follows Lea Seydoux as she plays other roles, other characters in history that are affected by, I guess, the changing times. So that's The Beast for me. That's my number 4.
That's really interesting. It's a film I've checked up on if I could ever watch it, but it's never come to me. But whenever I can see it, I'm ecstatic.
I hope you see it soon. I wonder if I can share my password so you can watch this. All right. Number 3. Another film I've talked a lot about. What the hell? What the hell else can I talk about?
What the fuck is this?
What is
you should be coming to us with new shit that you haven't said anything about this season.
My number 3. That's right. It's Saturday Night, directed by Jason Reitman.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, this movie cuts together it tells the story. I don't know if you know this. The chaotic first night that Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they just were not ready for
they weren't
prime time.
Siobhan, it's crazy that you said that, because that is the term they use in the movie to describe this cast of characters who performed as the main cast in Saturday Night Live. My God, Jason! This is Jason Reitman's best movie. The performances, J.K. Simmons playing Milton Berle, Lorne,
beautiful human being on display. The only one that knows what the hell he's goddamn doing around there.
And I love how it paints him as a heroic figure, and I love how he manages to pull everything together by the end. Because I don't know if you know this, Siobhan. It takes place in real time. It's told through. It's told in real time. So the 90 minutes before it premiered, that's what we're watching. We're watching Lorne.
It's like the 6 hours before it premiered.
No.
It's like a 6-hour movie.
No, it's not 6 hours. I wish this was 6 hours. I would, much like The Brutalist, I would sit through this in a theater 4 times. 90 minutes before the airing.
How's that exciting? 90 minutes before, like what? They've got everything prepared already. They know what they're doing.
They're not ready for prime time.
What?
There's a point in the movie 5 minutes before the show starts where Lorne Michaels is outside of 30 Rockefeller Center on the ice with John Belushi, as John Belushi's ice skating, trying to talk John Belushi into being there for the live taping of Saturday Night Live. 5 minutes before it aired. I have to believe that really happened, and it wasn't made up for this movie. That they had to convince John Belushi 5 minutes before the taping of Saturday Night Live, hey, John, take your skates off and come back in here.
And 3 minutes before 3 minutes before Weekend Update, they had to be pounding on Chevy Chase's door to get him to stop jacking off. Can't come out.
So that's my number 3. My number 2. That's right.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Number 3, The Substance. Basically what I said about Farge. Take that. Just rewind, listeners. Go back to the best director list. Go to where I talked about her. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Such an incredible movie. God, so much goop and gore and blood, but also says so much about just one particular thing that I'm not experiencing myself as a cis man. But one quote I like that Farge has said in the press run for The Substance is like she made revenge her rape revenge thriller revenge. She made that without thinking about its themes really. And then when she released the movie and people came up to her and go, "Oh, it says so much about my personal experience and how I feel," like she kind of got it. She goes, "Oh." She thought she was being a bit more subtle, but people got it right away. So from then on, she goes, "I'm going to make a movie that's as direct as possible, where no matter the person, you will understand its themes clearly." And this does that. It makes no qualms. It does not put things lightly. It says what it needs to say. It's a sledgehammer to the face, which I think is a quote I've taken from Seven, where Kevin Spacey's character says that. It's like in order to get people's attention, you gotta take a sledgehammer to their face or whatever. Sure, sometimes you do that, and sometimes you do that and make an Academy Award nominated picture like The Substance, and make it, I dare say, a new classic. The Substance, my number 3. Number 2, another one I've talked a lot about. Challengers. Hey, the tennis. Hey,
yes.
Siobhan just mentioned it on her list. What else can I say about Challengers?
The clay courts.
Fucking Luca.
What courts were they? Were they on clay or it wasn't grass? Not
grass, clay.
What's there's a third type. It's clay, grass, and like dirt. I don't know.
Dirt. I think maybe dirt. Yeah. Sand. You can play on sand. Tennis match on sand. Hell of a
stuck in the sand as soon as you serve.
Anyway, Challengers, hell of a film. I love that this was written by Justin Kurtzkis.
Me too.
Who also wrote Queer. And he's married to Celine Song, who made Past Lives. I mean, 2 movies about a trio of people in a very intimate relationship, Past Lives and Challengers. I wonder if their third will make a third movie, and it'll be a nice trilogy, huh? Siobhan? Yeah. Challengers is incredible. I don't know what else needs to be said. Luca, keep making movies. Doing a good job. My number 1. This has stood the test of months now. It's been my number 1 almost the entire year. I love a love story.
Yeah.
And this has love in the title.
Yes, it does.
It's Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah.
Oof. I
want to hear about this, Marcelo, because it has
stuck with me for, I don't know, just maybe it's personal reasons. Maybe it's just how I'm feeling lately.
Oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you bring your personal experience into this?
Okay, look, I can compare this, not to make it all about me, but it is about me. Because my number ones they always mirror back to how I'm feeling at the time. Because the example I always point to in that regard is like La La Land in 2016. It's like, if I wasn't going through a breakup, if that year wasn't as tumultuous and just wrought with just despair, then some hope, and like the struggles of what's happening in the world and also struggles in my life. If it wasn't for that, maybe that would not have been my number one. But because my life is going the way it was, I saw La La Land as like a beacon of like hope, and also like a mirror into how I was feeling at the time when it comes to like relationships. Less maybe. I think there's that in Love Lies Bleeding, where I see where I'm at now in my life. And I think just, a well-made love story that has these characters that I love, that looks incredible, that sounds incredible. I think the score and the soundtrack are great. That has an ending that is both like funny and uplifting, and really hard to pin down. This has big swings that I really appreciate. It has everything that I'm looking for in a movie that I want to say, like this is the movie that really exemplifies how I'm feeling right now. And I can say the same thing about last year's number one for me, Magic Mike's Last Dance. It's another love story. Again, I guess it's just how I'm feeling at the time. Love Lies Bleeding it's a very personal movie for me. And I don't know. I don't know what else you want from me, Siobhan. That's my number one of the year.
Lovely. I love it.
Yeah.
That's Marcelo.
Yeah.
That's what my number one was. It's me. It's just my experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's our unique experiences. If you want to call us bad movie people, do it.
Please,
please.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We can take it.
Yeah.
I might cry a little bit, but like it's or a lot, but like it's just Marcelo, actually, did you know in Love Lies Bleeding, I learned this fun fact actually. Ed Harris, do you remember that scene where he eats that beetle?
Yes.
That was improvised.
Yeah. I think I knew that. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah, like it's just really cool. It's really cool that he did that.
I love him.
They made him do 8 takes too.
He doesn't give a shit. Well, listen, Siobhan, thank you for that fun fact, and thank you for your list. I hope you enjoyed my list, and I don't think we need to talk about best directors and best films ever again on this show. Oh
my god, yeah. We don't have to talk about our best directors or pictures ever again.
No. So let's move on to the last segment of the show.
Hold on. I don't think you heard me right. I don't think you quite heard me right.
No, I heard you. I heard you say we don't need to talk about our best directors and best films of the year.
Exactly. But we do need to talk about.
So I heard you, Siobhan.
Okay, excuse me. I apologize, but we do need to talk about other people's best directors and best pictures of the years.
Okay, of the years.
So we have this location on the web.
It's called undisclosed location.
It's called talkfilmsociety.com/discord, talkfilmsociety.com/discord, discord.gg/talkfilmsociety. You can enter freely and you will be welcomed with open arms.
You will. If you're cool.
Yeah, we like if you're a cool person, we'll love you.
Listen, right now, hey, for anybody listening who's wondering, right now, I can say as of February 19th, 2025, everybody in that Discord is cool.
Absolutely. I'm into
Yes.
everybody in there. I dig them. I dig them a lot.
Yeah. So be one of the cool people.
Exactly.
All right? Yeah.
Exactly. And you come into our Talk Awards channel and we ask the category of the week.
Yeah.
Of course. And Jerry McMillan, former guest on this show, Jared McMillan.
Hey.
Yes. He gives us his Best Picture nominees. Nickel Boys.
Hey, Nickel Boy.
The Substance.
Ooh.
La Cocina. Dune Part 2, he forgot a colon.
How dare he?
Ghostlight.
Hey.
That sounds scary.
Ooh,
The
creepy.
Brutalist.
Hey.
That sounds really scary too.
Yeah,
Conclave.
Ooh. Pope dies.
That's the scariest thing of all.
Yeah.
Crossing
Crossing.
over into the dead.
Creepy.
Sing Sing. Like they're singing at my funeral?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anora. Nickel Boys is what I'm using to pay the ferryman. Nickels. I don't know about Anora, but maybe it's a name I'll have to learn later. Mm-hmm. Best Director, Coralie Forget for The Substance, Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys, Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2. We forgot a colon in there. Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. Alonso Ruiz Palacios for La Cocina.
Mm-hmm. Great list.
I'd say so. Mm-hmm. Mike Schindler, M. Schindler, Mike, the Big Mike, co-host with Marcelo of the podcast, The Soderbergh Manifesto, talking about all the films of Little Miss Soderbergh.
Uh-huh.
His favorite directors, Alex Garland, Civil War. That's right. Coralie Farget, The Substance. Luca Guadagnino, The Challengers. Mm-hmm. Scott Beck and Brian Woods, Heretic.
Oh, wow.
J.T. Molnar, Strange Darling.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what that is. Best Picture. His Best Picture for Mike's. What's that?
I was going to say, Strange Darling. I saw that. It's a nice little thriller. I mentioned on the show months ago now, or maybe it was the Friday the 13th series. I saw it last year. I compared it to like a Quentin Tarantino-esque movie, and shot by Giovanni Ribisi. He was a cinematographer.
Oh, yes. I do remember this now.
Yeah.
Because that fact is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't wait until Horizon Part 2 and we get to see the reveal of Giovanni Ribisi. Okay, Mike's Best Picture. Civil War. The Substance. Challengers. September 5. Deadpool and Wolverine. He did what I could not.
Wow.
Conclave. Heretic. Strange Darling. Anora. Immaculate. Interesting list. Real interesting list.
Hell of a list from Mike Schindler.
I also dug Immaculate. I need to see Heretic. I'm really excited too. I'm sure I'll have a fun time with that. I love that
I think you will.
I love that he sticks to his guns with Deadpool and Wolverine. And then I like Civil War. Like I can understand somebody loving it. Maybe I'm surprised that he loves it to that degree, but like I can understand like really, really liking that movie.
It's a movie I've seen now 3 times, and I get a little bit more out of it each time I see it. It's nowhere near my favorite list of this year, but I get it. I get it. And then September 5, neither of us have seen it, and we're not going to. Nope.
Noah Cassidy, this man here, one of the Wrestle Bros, one of the Wrestle Buddies. brings us his Best Picture picks, and they are numbered. They are numbered. They are definitely numbered. And you know what? To honor the numbering, I'm going to start from 10 and go to 1. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Brave
Number
of
10.
you.
Number 10. National Anthem. What the fuck is that?
It's a movie about oh god, Elise saw it. National Anthem. It's hard to describe. It's a queer movie about rodeo people.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Number 9. Memoir of a Snail. Where's Joey when you need him? Number 8. Gladiator 2. Number 7. Red Rooms. Number 6. Smile 2. Love it. Number 5. Hundreds of Beavers. Number 4. Long Legs. Number 3. No Other Land. Number 2. I Saw the TV Glow. And number 1. Megalopolis.
Wow, incredible.
Wild list. I like it.
Amazing.
I dig it. I dig it a lot. Best Director. These ones are not ranked. Jane Skonbrun. I Saw the TV Glow. Francis Ford Coppola. Megalopolis.
This guy.
Mike Cheslick. Hundreds of Beavers. Dev Patel. Monkey Man. Monkey Man was not in his top 10.
Interesting.
Ridley Scott. Gladiator 2.
Interesting. Interesting.
That little gladiator guy. Zephyr, fly away on my Zephyr. I will be yours forever. And in this perfect weather, we'll find a place together. In the morning when I see that emotion, better pass me by. Fly away on my Zephyr. I will be yours forever. Zephyr. Best Picture. I Saw the TV Glow. The People's Joker. Challengers. Dahomey. Hundreds of Beavers. Flow. Dune Part 2. It's not the number 2. It should be TWO. And also you are forgetting a comma. A colon. And Our Movement Starts Here. Unfamiliar with that. I would like to see Dahomey, but unfortunately didn't get nominated for the Oscars, so I'm not going to see it. I don't know. Do you know Our Movement Starts Here? Or have you seen Dahomey?
I have heard of, but I have not seen Dahomey. I have not seen, and I have not heard of Our Movement Starts Here. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, thank you, Zephyr, for opening our eyes. Best Director from her, Jane Skonbrun. I should really learn how to pronounce their name, Jane's. I Saw the TV Glow. Luca Guadagnino, Challengers. Gintz Zilbalatis for Flow. Very cool.
Love it.
Let's see. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Mr. The Real Matt C. You heard him last week. Mm-hmm. Fun guest. Very fun guest. Very fun guy. I love him.
Amazing episode.
Amazing episode. It was probably very fun, right?
Yeah. Especially at the end.
The Real Matt C, of course. The former co-host of Hey, What You Watching? With no affiliation of Hey, what is it that you have been watching? The Real Matt C, Best Picture, Juror number 2. Wait. And also, current co-host of Monsters Never Die. That one's relevant.
Yeah.
Monsters Never Die. Best Picture, Juror number 2, A Complete Unknown. Challengers, Better Man, The Substance, Horizon, An American Saga. Now, got a couple problems here. We're missing a colon between Horizon and Anne, and I also believe it's an American Saga Part 1.
Mm-hmm. Unless he saw all of it already, somehow.
Wow, you know what? He might have. Snack Shack. I've heard him praise that. I don't know anything about it. I think it's a Netflix movie. Honora. A Real Pain. Hitman. Those video games made me think that Hitman is one word, but it's not. It is Hitman.
It's 2, yeah. And by the way, Snack Shack does not look like a Netflix movie.
It's not. Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
Well,
just a
some
regular
little
ass
thing
movie.
he saw.
Yeah.
Best director. It does not give us the movies, so we're just gonna have to guess here. Coralie Fargate, Revenge, I guess.
Yeah.
James Mangold. Wow,
The
that's
Wolverine?
a lot to pick from. It could have been The Wolverine or like something from the 90s. Like, I'm trying to pull one of its like best picture nominees from the 90s.
Walk the Line?
It might have been Walk the Line, yeah. Luca Guadagnino.
Copland!
Yes, James, that's what it is. James Mangold's Copland. Luca Guadagnino, Suspiria, I guess.
Great movie.
Clint Eastwood, Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I think he directed that one. Michael Gracie. I don't know who you are. Do you?
Wait, Mikey Gracie. How do you spell that?
Michael Gracie, like
Michael.
Grace with a Y.
Australian director. Oh, okay. He directed The Greatest Showman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a great film this year.
Yeah.
Sam Shot First, friend of the site, Sam Shot First, former co-host of Keanu Believe It. And I've done my due diligence. There is no collusion here.
Right.
Best from friend of the site, Sam Shot First. Best director, Coralie Fargate. The Substance, Rose Glass, Love's Life Bleeding. Huh?
Hey, there we go.
You love that, huh?
Yeah, I love that.
That's a cool fucking name, Rose Glass.
Rose
Hell yeah.
Glass.
Luca Guadagnino, Challengers. Chris Sanders, The Wild Robot. Jeremy Saulnier, Rebel Ridge. Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 2, forgot a colon, and the 2 should be a TWO, not number 2. Gintz Zilbalades Flow. Now let me go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I asked for 5 directors. Sam Shot First, the friend of the site, gave us 7. So that's 2 party fouls. I would normally be a little bit more lenient on the punctuation for Dune, but once you're already going over your limit and you fuck up, that adds a 3rd party foul, I think. So 3 party fouls from Sam so far on Best Director. Let's see his Best Picture. Maybe he can dig himself out of that hole.
And also, if somebody gets 5 party fouls in total on one episode, they immediately get kicked out of the Discord.
No explanation. Sam, you're gone.
So we're about to find out if Sam Van Haren gets kicked out of the Discord. Here, coming up right now.
Challengers. A Different Man. Dune Part 2. He did it right that time.
Oh,
wow. Okay, that's points in his corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Flow. Furiosa.
Uh-oh.
Sam. I believe you mean Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga party foul.
Oh,
He's up to 4. He's
4.
up to 4.
God, be careful, Sam. Be careful.
5 more to go. God Bless Texas, Hometown Prison. What the fuck? This could be its own party foul. What the fuck is this?
Wait, it's called God Bless Texas.
Hometown Prison.
I'm typing it in.
If this is like an episode of like some show, like he's gone.
I can't find it on Wikipedia. Hold on. God Bless Texas. What's the subtitle?
Hometown Prison.
Hometown Prison. Nothing's coming up.
What?
Okay. Okay. I know what this is now. Now, get that block button out. Now,
What is this?
I did. It sounded familiar, but I wanted to make sure. It is an episode of a series directed by Richard Linklater. It's a Max television show where Richard Linklater revisits his hometown to explore its diverse inhabitants, painting a vibrant portrait that encapsulates the criminal justice system of Texas.
Sam, I'm speechless. To do us like this, I might as well read.
I did find it. I found the series finally on Wikipedia.
Is it feature length? Can you tell me that?
Well, okay. The thing is, I don't see the time codes, right? But here's the thing. If this were a case of a limited series, all directed by Richard Linklater, on HBO, I'd be like, Sam, I'll give you this one. You're one away. I don't want to, you can have a gimme there. But Siobhan, I hate to say this, it is a 3-episode series where each episode is directed by a new director. So to say Hometown Prison directed by Richard Linklater, an episode of this series, to say that is a film.
We have never had a scandal of this proportion before.
This is huge.
This is unheard of. Frankly, I think this is 10 party fouls in and of itself.
Now, we're moving this up to the Supreme Court.
I think so.
Okay.
Previously, we had to try to take away Sam's voting rights. I think we have to take him before the Supreme Court.
Now look. Now, the Supreme Court, for us, is letterboxed. If I can pull up God Save Texas in Letterboxd,
yes, go ahead.
Then he's free to go. All right. I'm typing in God.
If this thing's less than an hour, too, like that's points off for me.
Okay. God Save Texas is on Letterboxd.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
The entire thing is 196 minutes.
So, yeah, it's about an hour, maybe a little over.
Yeah, so, let me see, divided by 3. Okay, so, Linklater's episode is approximately, just dividing that by 3, I'm assuming, 65 minutes. So, yeah. Feature length. Okay, so, wow. Sam, you were so close.
You were so goddamn close.
You were so close.
I'm not going to do it now. I am going to finish this list. I might still... We'll see what type of mood I'm in later.
Okay.
But this might be the last we ever hear from Sam. Okay. God bless... Richard Linklater put out a real movie this year, too. Like, did he not like that one?
No, I guess
God Bless Texas, Hometown Prison. Love Lies Bleeding, Rebel Ridge, The Substance, The Wild Robot.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Great list, Sam. Great list.
Great list.
Great list. So no notes.
Loved it.
Yeah.
The Bat Who Laughs comes back.
Ha ha ha.
For the first time in a while. To say, Best Picture. Late Night with the Devil. Long Legs. Nosferatu. Abigail. This guy loves horror. Those 4 choices.
Horror fiend.
The Best Director category.
I have seen this.
The person or persons that directed Nosferatu. Okay, that's Robert Eggers. We know that. The person or persons that directed Late Night with the Devil. I believe that is 2 directors.
That is 2 directors. Those directors are Colin Cairns and Cameron Cairns. I'm assuming they're related.
They're both Karens, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The person or persons that directed Abigail.
The Radio Silence guys, who I cannot think of right now. I'm pulling it up real fast. Matt, Betty Neely Upland, and Tyler Gillett.
All right. And the person or persons that directed Longlegs, of course, that's Oz Cobb. So there's that. That's our Discord. But Marcelo, I went to another Discord. It's called the Hollywood Handbook Discord because people actually responded this week.
Whoa! You got Sean and Hayes?
We got Sean and Hayes in here. They're not in the Discord, dude.
I know.
Chef Kevin is.
Huh?
Edgar Allan Iverson. Remember him?
Oh,
I saw the TV.
Yes.
I saw the TV Glow, Problemista, Love Lies Bleeding, The People's Joker, Challengers, Queer, The Substance, Long Legs, Hundreds of Beavers, Trap, Godzilla vs. Kong. Did that have a subtitle? King of the Monsters or some shit?
The New Empire. I think that was
The New Empire, right?
Yeah.
Well, we fucked up there. I believe you meant Godzilla vs. Kong, King of the...
Oh, so it was Godzilla X Kong?
Yeah. I was thinking V Kong, but yeah, okay. Godzilla X Kong, King of the Monsters.
No, The New Empire. Godzilla,
Okay. Godzilla X Kong. I believe you meant to say Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire.
Yes.
You idiot. And then he pats himself on the back here. Pretty cool that 4 of them are explicitly about queer people. Congrats, man.
Yeah. Godzilla.
I don't know, you could do that every year. You could watch movies with gay people in them, George.
You know what? George gets a special award.
The lovely, luscious, lusty, lascivious Lexi Zananetti. Best Picture, Dune Part 2. Sorry, Lexi. You need to put a colon in there, and it's not the number 2, it's TWO. People's Joker, I believe she means the People's Joker. Nosferatu, Kingdom Planet Apes.
No notes.
You know what? That's correct. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. That one's right. Hundreds of Beavers, which is her winner.
Very cool.
She says she only does 5 picks because I think the Academy should never lower themselves to the level of nominating slop for the lower masses.
Oh, come on.
Stephen Jobs, formerly known as Stukeman.
Hey,
is here.
Stukeman.
Best Pictures. I saw the TV Glow. Challengers, Red Rooms. I gotta see this damn Red Rooms.
Red Room's good.
Honora, The Substance, Dune Part 2, Trap, Rebel Ridge, The People's Joker, Conclave. Honorable mentions, The Gutter and Corey's. Corey's is a YouTube video. I don't know the Gutter. And he bolded I Saw the TV Glow, so that's his winner. And Best Director, Jane Skonbrun, I Saw the TV Glow, also bolded, so that's his winner. Sean Baker, Honora, Luca Guadagnino, Challengers, Robert Eggers in Nosferatu, Arkasha Stevenson, The First Omen.
Excellent.
Interesting. And then looks like our last one here is going to come from Stalin McDonald. Best Picture choices, Rap World, which was it's a YouTube video by Connor O'Malley, which is what Corey's was earlier, by the way. Is also a YouTube video by Connor O'Malley. And I put a Connor O'Malley video, a different one. This guy's all over the fucking place in my Best Actor conversation. Challengers, Honora, D2NE.
What? D2NE?
I'm not... He means Dune 2. He's fucking with me. He means Dune Part 2. Jesus fucking Christ. Substance, okay. I believe he means The Substance. Long Legs. TV Glow, I believe you mean I Saw the TV Glow. And then also says Love Lies Bleeding and The People's Joker. And now I said that was the end. I lied. We got one more. This is the end. Richard Gere Solid, the classic. The person who actually listens to this show. Shout out to Richard Gere Solid.
Hey, Richard Gere Solid.
Go back to the Discord, Richard Gere Solid, and please dress down Stalin McDonald for that Dune 2 bullshit. All We Imagine is Light, Honora, The Substance, Kinds of Kindness,
Hey.
Bird, Nosferatu, I Saw the TV Glow, Nickel Boys, The Brutalist, with a colon added to annoy Siobhan, Memoir of a Snail. So The Brutalist does not have a colon or a subtitle. I believe he meant that. These people fuck with me. I don't know what the hell it is. Memoir of a Snail. Interesting list, though. All We Imagine is Light, Kinds of Kindness, Bird.
Such a good list. I need to see Bird. I know it's on Mubi. Kinds of Kindness was in my top 10 for the longest time.
Well, that does it.
Well, that's it.
That's the D-chords. We've hit the Discords.
Very happy to go through those picks, to read off and listen to.
Oh my god!
All of that, incredible.
Fuck! I just remembered what's got to happen.
And now, for the last time ever this season, it's the Gold Derby game.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go. It's the game in which I quiz Siobhan. I ask her to rank what Gold Derby says will win in these two Oscar categories, the ones we just talked about. Best Director, Best Picture. So, we're going to start with Best Director. Siobhan, you will have to guess, in order, from 5 to 1, the ranking that Gold Derby is giving right now. Gold Derby, for those who don't know, it's a website filled with insane, just people who think they're so smart, who think they know everything. They're like, oh, this is going to win the Oscar. Anybody can sign up and say, hey, I'm an expert. And this is their ranking as of February 19th, 2025. So, Best Director, Siobhan, I'm pulling out my notebook. Please rank from 5 to 1 what you think Gold Derby ranks the best directors. Now, I'll also say this. I'm throwing in a Marcelo screw up where the first one you get wrong, I will call out you're wrong. So yeah, if you end up getting all of them right, then I won't have to say anything, because I think that's what happened last episode. I forget what category, but you ran the table on one.
Best Actor. Yeah,
Best Actor. So let's see if you can run the table here. Siobhan, whenever you're ready.
Maybe that could carry over to the Best Picture one, which is a lot harder because there's 10.
We will figure that out.
Directing. Okay, we've got Honora Sean Baker, Brutalist, Brady Corbett, A Complete Unknown, James Mangold, Amelia Perez, Jacques Audiard, The Substance, Coralie Forget. Look, I cannot possibly imagine, after what Jacques has done, like, he has to be number 5. Amelia Perez, Jacques Audiard, number 5.
Okay,
number 4. This is tougher. A Complete Unknown, James Mangold.
Okay.
Number 3, The Substance, Coralie Forget.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's pause. You've gotten the first 3 right. Can you get the next 2 right?
I'm going by Gold Derby, not by what I want. I'm going by Gold Derby, not by what I want. Well, hold on. The fucking Critics' Choice happened. No, I'm going by Gold Derby, not by what I want.
Also, the Number PGAs, 2. The DGAs happened, the BAFTAs.
Oh,
shit, just saying,
right.
so much has happened.
You know what?
I'm just saying, so much has happened.
Fine. You
in the last
know,
2 weeks.
Yeah. Number 2, Brutalist. Number 1, Honora, Sean Baker.
Siobhan, I don't know if you went with your gut or if you really just thought this is Gold Derby. I don't know what you did, but you got it right. Brady Corbet.
Wow,
2.
I followed
Sean
my
Baker
heart and it
1.
worked. I followed my heart and it worked.
There we go. So Sean Baker, as of this recording, is in the lead to win Best Director.
Okay, I ran the table. Can Marcelo screw up? Can I get 2 on Best
fine.
Picture?
You get 2 screw-ups for Best Picture.
Okay.
Oh, and also let's do this now. Who do you think is going to win Best Director at the Oscars?
Oh yeah, I think it's. I've said this since the beginning. I think Sean Baker will win.
Mm-hmm. I think Corbet might pull it off still, but we'll see. Corbet is who I will end up maybe putting on my ballot. But again, I don't know.
When you're voting,
when I'm voting for the Oscar, and I know the Oscar voting just ended last night. But hey, I know people. I just sit there and
you're gonna sneak it in.
In the ballot, I'll do before the Oscars start, like that Sunday afternoon. That's when I'll make my final decisions. But right now, yeah, Corbett. But I could easily put Sean Baker like right before the ceremonies start. Okay. So, Best Picture. Yeah, you get 2 Marcelo fuck-ups.
Okay.
Because we got to do 10 to 1. Let's see how well you do. Best Pictures of the Year.
I don't even know where to start, dude. Okay, I'm just going to say them all.
Number 10.
I'm going to say them all in order. Honora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked.
Yeah. And again, this is Gold Derby. This is the Gold Derby ranking.
This is Gold Derby. Number 10, Dune Part 2.
Siobhan, this is your first Marcelo mess up. Dune Part 2 is not number 10.
Number 10, Amelia Perez.
Siobhan, this is your second Marcelo fuck-up.
All right, completely out at sea here.
Yeah, and now just go, and I won't interrupt, and and we'll see how much you get right by the end.
Yep. Number 10, Nickel Boys. Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9, I'm Still Here. Number 8, Dune Part 2. Number 7, Amelia Perez. Number 6, The Substance. Number 5, Wicked. Number 4, A Complete Unknown. Number 3, Conclave. Number 2, The Brutalist. Number 1, Honora.
All right, let's see how you did. All right,
let's.
Number 10, you said Nickel Boys. You got a point. Nickel Boys is at number 10.
All right.
According to Gold Derby. Number 9, you said I'm Still Here. That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 takes up number 9.
I thought, damn it. When it wasn't 10, I was like, okay, maybe it's more mixed up a little.
Number 8, you said Dune Part 2. That goes to I'm Still Here.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? I'm not in the worst position right now.
Yeah.
I've got those 2 taken care of.
Yeah. Number 7, you said Emilia Perez. The Substance is actually number 7, according to Gold Derby.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 6, you said The Substance. That goes to Emilia Perez on Gold Derby.
Same thing happened again.
Yeah, yeah.
Top 5. I could get them all.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. Number 5, you said Wicked. They said Wicked.
Oh.
So that's another point for you. Number 4, you said A Complete Unknown. They said A Complete Unknown.
Ugh.
Number 3, you said Conclave. And they, in fact, said Conclave.
Okay.
Number 2, you said The Brutalist. You said number 1 for Nora. Does Gold Derby agree? Yes, they do. Number 2, Brutalist. Number 1, Nora.
Okay, you know what? I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. The 4 that I missed are both like one placement switches.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. And I ran the table on the directors and the actors. I'm learning, man.
Finally. And it was only until now, at the end of the series, that you finally learned. It took you 3 months. Siobhan, that's it. Great, good game. We've reached the end.
Hold on.
What's up? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Best Picture.
Who do you think wins? Oh, this is the big question. Let me go first this time. This is tough. This is
fucking hard, isn't it?
This is the most up in the air Oscars. Maybe not ever. Is it ever for me? Is this the most up in the air Oscars for me ever? Maybe, because in past years it's always come down to like maybe 1 or 2. Realistically, I see maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 movies up for Best Picture that could conceivably win.
I know. Like, what the hell? Like, this is just craziness.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like Nickel Boys ends up winning. It's like that would be an amazing twist. You know, it being number 10 on the Gold Derby, but maybe people will think, having seen Nickel Boys, they go, "Oh, this is an amazing movie." I mean, it got into the Best Picture, category, and that was a little bit of a surprise. But maybe it'll keep going. I don't think so, but it's a big what if, and it is a possibility. I think it comes down between, for me, those top 3, as listed in Gold Derby: Nora, The Brutalist, and Conclave. It's between those 3 right now, and the one I want to win is The Brutalist. It's not my favorite of the 10, but it's the one who I want to win Best Picture, right? I mean, I would love The Substance to win, but there's no way that's going to win. I think The Brutalist, I want it to win, but I think it's going to be... I don't know. You know what? I'll go with, I think, the one I called before. I leaned over, as I was watching this movie, halfway through, I leaned over to Elise Poston, former guest of this show, co-host of Stage to Screen. I go, this movie is going to win Best Picture. I whispered it to her as we were watching it. Conclave. I'm going to go Conclave, Best Picture. That's going to win. Siobhan, what do you think?
No, yeah, I don't want to just copy you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so just for that sake, I am going to change, because I am on the fence about a handful. If I'm thinking most realistically, I do pick either Nora or The Brutalist. Probably leaning Nora. But I am a person that likes to take a swing, okay? Now, I thought my swing might have been Conclave, but it's not going to be Conclave. My swing is going to be A Complete Unknown.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think A Complete Unknown could win Best Picture. Now, look, I'm saying this here on this podcast. Am I going to write that down on my ballots? I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want it on, like, audio record that I called Timmy C getting up there, just rocking out.
Oh, he's going to be the one who accepts the Best Picture award.
No. He's going to bring up his guitar, and like James Mangold's going to start talking, and he's going to be rocking in the fucking background, you know?
Okay, we have it on record. Siobhan is picking Plate Unknown, and we'll see what happens. And like I said with Best Director, I might change my mind because I'm also leaning towards Nora winning Best Picture. I think that's my number 2 realistically right now. It's Conclave 1, Nora 2, and then Brutalist 3. I think that back-to-back win, last week of PGA and DGA for Nora, I think maybe pushed it over the edge. But we'll see. I don't know. Again, I'm also thinking Conclave might come in and sweep. Not sweep. It might come in and take it, but I don't know.
Things just lined up right for it, Like
it
just somehow happened correctly for it to happen to go.
Well, we'll find out. Not next episode, but the episode after that, if we're right or not. Because next episode is the Talk Film Society Awards. Nothing else, just the Talk Film Society Awards.
Whoa! Yes, excited.
Now
we've been talking about like this shit for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and now we're actually giving out awards.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like I said in the opening, if you listen to this and it's before the Talk Film Society Awards episode is out, you can still vote. I'm literally going to leave the voting open all the way up until we record next week. Like I said, I have a system in place where as soon as a vote comes in, it immediately counts it. So I kind of want to record either I think Wednesday or Thursday of next week, right? So before Wednesday or Thursday, and that's what, the 26th or 27th, you can still vote. If that link is dead, it's dead. That means we've already recorded the episode. It means
we're dead.
Yeah, it means we're dead. If that link is dead, I am dead because I'm not keeping that link up. TalkFilmSociety.com/vote. That's the link. Vote if you are able to vote. TalkFilmSociety.com/vote. That's it. And that's my plug. Siobhan, you have a plug?
Follow me at Junkblader, JUNKBLADER on all the social places. TalkFilmSociety.com/Discord. Talk Film Society, the patreon.com/Talk Film Society. Marcelo and I do monthly commentaries and the occasional large commentary series covering an entire series of films. And those are joyous, just unstructured, just have fun, fuck around for us, good times. And also, perhaps most importantly, our Marcelo and I show covering, you heard an episode of it earlier, but covering the film Southland Tales and the director Richard Kelly. It's called Have a Nice Apodcalypse, like a pod apocalypse, but with pod in there. The most recent episode is a very personal episode to me. And if you want to listen to it, something that might be a little sad, but I don't know, I'd appreciate people listening to it. And who knows, we think that show will be coming back relatively soon to get back into the swing of shit.
Yeah.
And just keep on rocking in the free world,
Yeah, just like Jack White sang at the end of SNL 50, keep on rocking in the free world. And now for a catchphrase that we say at the end of every show. Hey, see ya at Con.
The Con Film Festival.
Yeah, no, at TIFF.
TIFF. Get the audience a lion.
Yeah, Venice.
Venezia.
Venezia.
Take a canal boat down the river.
No, I see at the Oscars. No, never say that.
Never say that.
All right, bye.
Bye.